So there's a little gimmick for turning this thing over and actually trimming this out. So what I do is I use this donut. And you could use anything, any kind of an open jar, really. And the tricky part is to get that to hold in there while you're doing this trimming. But I'll show you how to do that in a minute. So here's these things, and I've already cut one of them out. I'll do another one if you want to watch me. So you cut this sort of a moon shape out of it, and then the part that gets bent over is the bottom side. So you would never attach them like that. You see how that? No, you'd always do this. So think of it as this is the rock in the creek, and the water's hitting there and it just slams up. Whereas this is the waterfall, and the water's going over the waterfall. All right, so this then gets stuck on here like such. All right, and you have to bend it around just a little bit. This tip right here is the highest place that you can have any kind of volume inside here of liquid, yes? So if people put these things down here, what you're doing is negating half of your capacity because it's just gonna start drooling out of here. All right, so this is gonna be up here like this. I'm gonna stick a little kind of a thingy here, like that, right down there like that, to give it a little lower lip, to keep that final drip from drooling down the front of the form. What else am I gonna do? Instead of just cutting a big old hole out of there, I have this tool. Oh, I don't have this tool. This tool. And this is just a pen and nib, right? So for ink work, and this is just reversed. So this is a U shape, and I'm just gonna come in here like such and just drill this out, and it makes a beautiful little hole. So this is the internal strainer. So here's how this works. This gets stuck on here like such, and we have to make sure that we're happy with that. Yeah. So just like this, you draw around there, and that's where it's going to be attached. Yes? So this is a pretty big area. So that's going to have a whole bunch of holes. The tricky part is later on when you go to glaze the thing, and you ignore the fact that that glaze is covering half of those holes, and sometimes you people actually glaze it all shut. It doesn't function. So what I do is, anticipating the fact that that might be a problem, I actually reach in from here and I take a wet brush and I saturate this area with water. What happens when you try to glaze an area that is wet? It won't adhere. The glaze won't adhere to that. So problem solved. All right, and then what I'll do is the final thing is I'll put that little sort of a finger across here so that this wants to tip forward and doesn't come out, and those two lugs go here. One of the things that happens with teapot spouts is that they actually travel. They actually turn a little bit like this, which is really annoying because sometimes your teapot spout comes out of the kiln like that. So what I'm going to do is anticipate that, and that kind of a weird flat mouth that I have, I'm going to knock it down by about 15 degrees in this direction, so that by the time it comes out, it's going to have twisted around and be flat. Does that make sense to you? All right. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. You're welcome to watch as much or as little as you want. I'll call you over again when I'm ready to do whatever. And you can sort of maybe see some of that. All right? Are we good? All right, let's get to work.